Welcome back, everyone, to episode 10 of STEAM at Home. When I was little, I used to really enjoy reading Choose Your Own Adventure books. These were books where the story gave you choice on how it went. For example, maybe you were stuck in a cave, and one of the options was climb a ladder that you see to your left. Or another option might be go down the dark tunnel to your right. Depending on your choice, the book would instruct you to turn to a certain page. Turn to page 6 if you choose the ladder. Turn to page 23 if you want to go down the dark tunnel. This was a completely new and fun way of reading. Today, I'm going to show you how to make your own Choose Your Own Adventure book digitally using Google Forms. Now, before we get started, you're going to want to do some thinking about what you want your story to be about. There needs to be a lot of planning in advance before you actually start using the Google form. But for the rest of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use a Google form to take your idea and transform it into a Choose Your Own Adventure book.
Now, before you start constructing your Choose Your Own Adventure story within a Google form, you're going to want to take some time to plan out your story. This is helpful for any story that you're writing, but it's particularly useful when you're doing a Choose Your Own Adventure. The story map that is on the screen is designed for a maze-style adventure, meaning you have two choices after each page. One choice leads you on in the story, one choice is kind of like a dead end and the story ends. The big sections, the bigger rectangles, represent good choices, the choices where the story continues. The smaller rectangles on your screen represent choices where the story ends because you've made the wrong choice. Again, you don't have to design your story this way, but it is one of the easier ways to plan out a Choose Your Own Adventure style story. So I would print this, fill out some of the details so you're ready to go when you're beginning construction within your Google form. Now, to use Google Forms, you're going to need to have a Google account. So if you don't have one already, you're going to want to look into signing up for one. Then you're going to go ahead and click on your Google Drive. On the left-hand side, you're going to click New. Then you're going to go down to More and select Google Forms. Now you're going to have a blank Google form. The top of the form is the title section and description. This is what we're going to use to type the text of our story. Afterwards, there's a multiple choice question. This is what we're going to use to have our readers decide which direction to take the story. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this untitled form and I'm going to give it a title for this page. Now, our Choose Your Own Adventure stories are always going to have a title at the top of each page. I know normally you wouldn't do that. You would maybe put a title just at the beginning of a chapter or just the book itself, but we're going to do a mini title at the top of each page. So I'm going to go ahead and name this page. And there we go, a beach day adventure. Now I'm going to click right underneath it where it says Form Description. I'm going to click there, and this is where I'm going to start inputting my story. Now I'm going to type out my story, but I've already planned this. I'm not making it up on the spot. I've planned it out ahead of time, so it allows me to go a little faster. Okay, so there's the first page of my adventure story. It's called A Beach Day Adventure, and it says, one beautiful sunny day, your family decides to spend a day at the beach. It's a perfect day for the beach. The air is warm, the wind is calm, and the water is perfect. After swimming and playing some beach volleyball, you decide to build a sandcastle. As you are digging in the sand, you discover a bottle that has been buried in the sand. It is sealed and is dirty, but appears to have a rolled up paper inside of it. Now, as I read it through, I've discovered a spelling mistake, so I'm going to click on battle and change it to bottle. So always rereading what you wrote is useful. Now, underneath, I am now going to give the reader a choice in which way they want to go with the story. So I'm going to click on the untitled question part to rename it, and I'm going to ask a question. What should you do with the bottle? Now I'm going to leave this as multiple choice. If I click this, I have other choices I can make, but for our Choose Your Own Adventure, we're going to leave it as multiple choice. Now I have option 1 and add option. I'm going to need two options. And in my story, I'm always going to have two options. You could actually have more options if you wanted to, but again, the story would become more complicated. So I'm going to add an option, so I have two options. So I'm going to click on option 1, and I'm going to write out one of the options that I'm going to get from my readers. So option number 1 is going to be look for a recycling bin and recycle the bottle. That's option 1. Option 2 is going to be ask your parents what they think about the bottle. So option 1, look for a recycling bin and recycle the bottle. And option 2, ask your parents what they think about the bottle.
Now, this is an important step in the process, so make sure you pay close attention to this.
Right now, nothing's going to happen if someone was to click on those questions. So we have to tell the Google form what we want it to do. So the first thing we're going to come down is to the bottom here where it says required. And I'm going to click that tab over, meaning a person has to answer this question before they are able to go on any further in the form. Now there are 3 little dots beside the required button, and I'm going to click on those as well. And this is really important. It says show description or go to section based on answer and then shuffle option order. We are going to go ahead and click on go to section based on answer. Now in our Google Forms, we're going to think of sections as being different pages. So what we're really saying is, depending on which choice they pick, they're going to go to a different page. So now that I've clicked on that, you can see that besides our choices, it says continue to next section and continue to next section. It's really no different. But we don't have any other sections to choose from. What I can do now is create more sections and then come back to this afterwards and tell the choice where it needs to go depending on which choice is picked. So that'll make sense in a minute. So right now, I'm going to go over here to this little menu on the side. And if I come down, I'm going to hover my mouse over top. And eventually at the bottom here, I'll see this choice add section. So I'm going to click on that. So now you see I have section 1, the part I already did. And now I have section 2 of 2, and it's untitled. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this my second page. And I'm going to make the next section the first dead end, or the first ending of the story, where the story really ends and the reader doesn't get very far. So I'm going to go ahead and title this under the based on the choice that leads them to this section. So I have 2 choices: look for a recycling bin and recycle the bottle, and ask your parents what they think about the bottle. Well, in my story, the correct choice to keep the story going is ask your parents what they think about the bottle. So the dead end in this case is look for a recycling bin and recycle the bottle. So I'm going to title this Recycle the Bottle. And then I'm going to click on Description, and I am going to go ahead and write out what happens if you choose that section. All right. So now I'm done my second page, which is the first dead end. So if my reader chooses Recycle the Bottle, I'm going to have it come to this page, and it's going to say, you decide to be a good citizen and recycle. You look around the beach and find a recycling container not too far away. You put the bottle into the recycling bin and go back to your spot on the beach and continue to build your sandcastle. At the end of the day, your family packs up and heads home, and your mind is filled with memories of a great day at the beach. Sadly, you never realize that you recycled a treasure map, and now the treasure may never be found. The end. So that's our first dead end. And I'm going to leave it like that. But now I have to create another page for the other choice where the story keeps going. This is the option for ask your parents what they think about the bottle. So once again, using this little menu on the side, I'm going to go down to add section, which is like adding another page to my story. I'm going to scroll down here and I see another section's been added. And I'm going to title this section a title that is based on the choice that leads to that page. So in this case, it's ask your parents what they think about the bottle. So I'm going to title it Ask Your Parents What They Think. Now I'm going to go ahead and write out what happens to the story when they choose this option. Before I do, I'm going to add one more section, and this is just so I can actually make it a little bit more centered on the screen as you watch along and follow along what's happening. So I'm going to add a section. We'll use that later, and that way you can see the text a little better. All right, so I'm done typing out that section. So as continuing on with our story, our reader will read, "You run the bottle over to your parents and show them your discovery. They ask to see the bottle and carefully dust off the dirt. Then your mom tries to open the bottle, but the cork is stuck. She dusts off her hands and tries again, and pop! The cork came flying out. Your mom slides the rolled up paper out of the bottle and unravels it. It appears to be a map, and you become very excited. What if it's a treasure map? You shout out. Your parents laugh and explain that it is probably just a hoax and that someone buried this here to send whoever found it on a wild goose chase. You ask if you can follow the map anyway, and are told you can, as long as you don't wander too far away. They also tell you to take your dog Sammy with you. So you quickly get Sammy's leash, hook it on Sammy's collar, and head out on your adventure. You look at the map and can't really decide where you should start. You think that the starting point on the map looks like a weird-shaped rock or a weird-shaped tree. As you look around, you see both. To your left, you see a large, weird-shaped rock. To your right, you see a weird-shaped tree. So at this point in our construction, if I go back to my story map, we have done section 1, the initial story. We have done section 2, which was the ending in our case of the recycling, and the story just ended without realizing they had a treasure map. And now we just completed section 3, which is continuing the story. And now they're going to have another choice. Again, one of those choices is going to lead to a dead end. One of those choices is going to lead to section 5 and continue on the story. If I go back to my Google form, I now have to give my reader another choice. And I do that by hitting this top button, add a question. Before, when I first came into the Google form, there was a question waiting for me. Now I'm going to have to go ahead and add a question. So again, I want it to be multiple choice. So I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to ask the question. Where should you go? Again, I want 2 options. So I have option 1 there. I'm going to click add option to get a second option. And I'm going to give my reader 2 options. Head towards the rock is option 1. Head towards the tree is option 2. Once again, I'm going to come down. I'm going to click on required, making sure that my reader must, in fact, answer it. I'm going to click on these 3 dots, and I'm going to once again say go to section based on answer. Now, before we go any further, we're actually going to go back to our very first section. And specifically, I'm going to look at our 2 choices. Now I'm going to show you how to link your choices to the next section, and it's very easy. So choice number 1, look for a recycling bin. So when it says continue to the next section, I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to have now choices. I'm going to have any of my sections that I've already written. I can't obviously go to a section that hasn't been created yet. So look for a recycling bin. If they click on that, I want them to go to section 2, which is recycle the bottle. This is another reason why we're making little titles at the beginning of every section, so you can know which section to lead your reader to when you're choosing this option. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So now when they say look for a recycling bin, when they click on that, they're going to go to the recycling bin section, which is our section number 2. But what if they click on ask your parents what they think? Well, I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and select go to section 3, ask your parents what they think. So now they're going to read the story, they're going to be given a choice. If they choose look for a recycling bin, it's going to take them to section 2, which is the one down here where the story ends. If they say ask their parents, they're going to go to section 3. Now I'm going to show you what this looks like. And this is a very helpful tool. At the top of your Google Form controls, you have a preview button. If you click on the preview button, it shows you what it looks like to someone who's actually reading your adventure. Right now, this is not the way it's going to look because you can see everything. Your reader is not going to be able to see everything at once. So I'm going to click on that little eyeball for preview. And here I have it. This is what it's actually going to look like. My beach day adventure, which is already filled out. And then it says, what should you do with the bottle? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose. If I choose look for recycling bin and recycle the bottle, it goes to the dead end, recycle the bottle. Okay. Now I can click back. If I choose this option, ask your parents what they think about the bottle, and click next. There we go. We go to the next one. Ask your parents what they think. And now we have 2 more choices which we have to continue to fill out. So I'm going to close this down and I'm going to come back to my Google form to continue editing. So that's just a little sneak peek as to what happens. So I'm going to go ahead now and complete the rest of my story, but I'm going to speed up the video so you don't have to watch forever. But really all I'm doing is adding sections like I need them, writing out my story, and then connecting them to the choices that I'm giving my readers. So I have my last sections written. I'm just going to go back and link some of these answers. So Sammy is excited, so am I. And pull back on Sammy. I link to pull back on Sammy. I'm just going to make sure all of them are linked. And I see this section I haven't linked either. Quickly choose a path. So quickly choose a path and go. Look at the map again. Look at the map again. Try to climb the rock. Try to climb the rock. And again, just a good idea to go back to your multiple choice questions and make sure each of the choices that you are giving your reader are actually linked to the correct section. Now, turns out I don't need section 11, so I'm going to click on these 3 dots and I'm going to click delete section. So one more thing we have to do is we have to go to the sections of the story that are dead ends, and at the bottom, because the reader isn't making a choice, if we leave it the way it is, which says after section 2 continue to the next section, the story will just continue. So on each of the sections of the story where the story is supposed to end, I'm going to change that where it says after section 2 continue to the next section, and I'm going to go down to submit form. So I'm going to repeat that. I don't have to do it for this section because the reader has a choice. But again, where it says the end, I'm going to change it from continue to submit form. And I'm just going to repeat that for every section that is a dead end. Submit form. And submit form. And now, when they are done a section, and the story ends, it will actually submit the form. And they can restart the story completely, or they can just end their adventure there. And my story is done. Now I can click on preview again, and if I do, it's going to bring up page 1. Now, when you're using preview, I'd make sure I'd click through all my options and make sure every single one works before I shared it with anyone. You want to make sure all your links are working properly. Now, if you wanted to add pictures, you can do that as well in each section. If I wanted to, say, add a picture of the beach, I could click on this section and add image. It would take me to my Google Drive or a spot to upload. I could take a picture of a beach that I find maybe online and drag it in here and add pictures to my story. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to leave my story as text only, but you certainly can add pictures to each section to make it more enjoyable for your reader if that's something you chose to do. So once you double check it, you make sure everything's linked properly, your story is good to go, and you can send that with this send button at the top, and you can send it to someone by their email and invite them to read it and fill out your story.
So I hope you now have a good understanding of how to take your idea for an adventure story and turn it into a choose your own adventure in a Google form. Have fun writing and designing, and we'll see you next episode.
There is a link in the comment section to the beach adventure story if you want to finish reading my adventure.